Alrighty then. Number 5. The compound effect. What does that mean? So the compound effect, this was one of the first books I read in my adult life, and it changed my life. And the way that the book started, it asked you, what would you do if somebody offered you 1 penny that doubles every day for 30 days or $3 million? What would you take? Now, we know if you're asking the question, there's probably some trick involved, but most people are like, a penny that doubles every day for 30 days or 3 million, I'll take the 3 million. Well, as you read on, you start to see that penny that doubles every single day for 30 days ends up being over $10 million at day 30. But kind of what it explains is that penny doesn't pass the 3 million mark until day like 28. And so there's this period where it seems like stuff isn't worth it. Kind of that growth phase, we'll call it. But then all of a sudden, when you start to manifest that growth, it's exponential. And so the power of the compound effect, as it applies to training or nutrition or health or wellness, and it apply to anything, but in this context, we're talking that small decisions compounded over time are going to make the biggest impact on your journey. Everybody's always looking for this quantum leap. They're like, all right, I'm going to go to the gym 7 days a week. I'm going to lose 20 pounds this month. I'm only going to eat, vegetables and lean proteins. But what happens? You work out for a couple of days, you get burnt out, you get tired of eating food. It's so extreme, so much at once, and then you just end up stopping altogether. Well, now take that person and compare it to another person that's like, all right, I want to be realistic here. I want to kick butt. I don't want to be lazy, right? But I want to set really achievable goals for myself. So they're like, I'm going to hit the gym 3 days a week. And I am going to clean up my diet. I'm still going to allow some snacks that I love, but I'm really going to cut out the processed stuff, the box stuffed, the preservatives, and the sugar. And we're just going to go with that. Now take those two people side by side, the person that tries to do everything at once and then burns out and stops, where this person, it's like, yeah, I can go 3 days, I can go 3 days, I can go 3 days. Now 6 months later, this person's even heavier, and this person has actually lost 30 pounds. But it took 6 months. But it was the power of the compound effect. Okay? So don't underestimate this. One of the things that I teach my clients is really to focus more so on habits versus outcomes. So a lot of times you'll step on the scale or whatever metric you're using at the end of the week or month, and it doesn't add up to what you thought that it should. And so you feel defeated, and a lot of people will quit then too. Whereas if you focus more so on habits and celebrate good habits, you're like, all right, I stepped on the scale, I didn't lose, but man, I ate really good. I really nailed those workouts. Like, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling more confident. I'm feeling a little happier. Like, stick with it, okay? Remember, there wasn't a big change until that 27th day where that penny surpassed the original option B of $3 million. So it might be slow starting off, but you cannot undo, 2, 3, 4 decades of bad habits, in 30 days. So allow yourself that patience to really stick with something long enough to start to see the results, and not to be discouraged so fast if things aren't working out the way that you plan them to be. And I promise you, if you just focus on those pennies, okay, you're going to feel more motivated. If you add in the acting, right? Take action every single day. Even small changes over time added up will make a tremendous impact on your life and your motivation.